If you want to get your Petoskey stone to go from this to something that looks more like this, you can do that without special equipment. You can actually do this at home. Now what you need is some sandpaper. You need 220 grit, that's a real coarse sandpaper, and you also need 600 grit sandpaper, that's a finer sandpaper. You also need some polish, that's this little white powder right here. I use a sanding pad, by the way, with the sandpaper. You can do this with a piece of foam core, you can do it with a dry sponge, and also a piece of leather. You'll do your polishing with that. So the first step is to begin sanding with the 220 grit sandpaper. That is the coarsest sandpaper. Your goal here is to remove as many imperfections from the stone as you can and smooth it out as best you can. Personally, I like to wet sand the stone by getting both the sandpaper and the stone wet, and then we start sanding. This sanding step is going to take quite a while. Keep feeling your stone for rough spots and make sure to sand those things smooth. After 35 minutes of sanding, you can start to see some of the pattern coming out. So now it's on to phase 2, and that is sanding with the 600 grit sandpaper. So the second phase of sanding took 10-15 minutes, but notice it's still a dull looking rock. To put that shine on the rock, we have to polish. So what I did is put a little water and some of the polishing compound on this piece of leather. Now it's time to start that polishing process. All right, we have finished the polishing stage here, and this is now a dry Petoskey stone. It's not wet, so you can see how we have that shine permanently on the stone. So there you have it. That is how you polish your own Petoskey stone at home.